The night before, the elderly man had just celebrated his 80th birthday and had a wonderful time, so why would he commit suicide that very night? A bizarre murder took place in a luxurious estate. The elderly man was found lying on the sofa, with a knife beside him. After investigating, the police initially concluded it was a suicide. Let's rewind to the night before the incident. After the birthday party, the nurse, while administering an injection to the elderly man, discovered something horrifying. She had accidentally used morphine, which was meant for pain relief, as an anti-inflammatory drug. What made it even worse was that she had administered 100 milligrams of morphine, when the correct dosage should have been just 3 milligrams. Such a potent drug is lethal at doses as small as 5 milligrams. The elderly man tried to reassure her, telling her not to panic. As long as the antidote was administered within 10 minutes, the drug would be metabolized and eliminated from the body. He then took out a notebook, thinking it was an intriguing method of murder. But by now, the nurse was becoming increasingly frantic, as the antidote, which should have been in the medical kit, was nowhere to be found. The elderly man noticed her distress and knew that even if she called for help immediately, by the time the medical staff arrived, it would likely be too late. It was clear to him that someone had deliberately set this up to make it look like the nurse was at fault. The nurse still held on to a faint hope and picked up the phone, but the elderly man suddenly hung up on her. He told her to listen carefully to what he was about to say, because only then could she clear herself of any suspicion of murder. The nurse, reluctant to cooperate, planned to go downstairs to get help, but the elderly man tripped her, causing her to fall to the ground. Hearing the noise, the daughter-in-law came upstairs to check, and the elderly man quickly made up an excuse, saying he had knocked over the chessboard, and sent her back downstairs. After teaching the nurse what to say in order to clear her name, the elderly man pushed her out the door. When she returned, he had already taken his own life. This is the plot of the suspenseful mystery film Knives Out. If you enjoy thrilling mysteries, I highly recommend watching the original film.